Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second long-form video, where I'm going to show you and solve all of these puzzles that you can see here on the table. Yes, there's ink on my hands because I just finished a video about this Temu fountain pen, but let's get to the point. Now, all of these puzzles are from Temu, as you may know. Each of them cost a few bucks. So, without further ado, let's start with this key puzzle. As you can see, a timer immediately started as I picked up the puzzle, so you'll see exactly how long it took me to solve each puzzle. Now, this is the easiest one of all the puzzles. I didn't even need to speed up the video. Putting this back together is pretty much the same. The next one is called the snake's mouth. You have to free the star from this loop. It's not too hard, and it's such a great puzzle. Basically, you just have to twist the star around, and it will just fall off once the orientation is right. "30 seconds. Again, putting it back together is pretty much the same deal. I'm saying this because this won't be the case for all the puzzles. Now, I had a hard time choosing here, but I went with this one, the heart of the ocean. This is one of those kinds of puzzles which is very simple once you know the solution. It just requires a bit of force, and that's it. Now, it might be easy to take it apart, but putting it back together, that's a different deal. So much so that I might time that part instead, because that's going to be the real challenge. So I started the assembly process, and I might be better speeding this up. This, my dear viewer, is 2x speed. This here is 4x. 8x speed. Trust me, we're gonna need it. And 16x, just so we stay on the binary side of things. The annoying part about it is that I wasn't making progress. You've seen how easy it is to take this thing apart, so putting it back together shouldn't be this hard, unless you have no clue about the solution. How satisfying this ASMR is, right? And there you go. That was difficult. While I was warmed up for balls, the next puzzle I grabbed was called Magic Ball. Yeah, it's quite a simple puzzle, but only if you already know the solution. The next puzzle kind of looks like a sea mine trapped in a cage, and it is definitely the biggest puzzle. Freeing this mine is quite easy, actually. You just have to twist it consistently. And the same deal backwards. The next puzzle is said to be used as an IQ test in Cambridge University. And it is really a difficult one. I must say the most difficult compared how easy it looks. So difficult that I had to speed up the video once again. There you go. And you put it back together the same way. Next, we have this interesting looking alloy that you actually have to spin, then flip it around and spin again in order for it to unlock. Now, this is one of those puzzles that you'll never solve unless you know how it works. This puzzle uses centripetal force to push pins outward as you spin it. The spinning motion causes the pins to move away from the center, unlocking the puzzle. The next puzzle is this, which is the least fun in my opinion, because it's not only difficult, but boring too. Removing the chain pieces is not that hard, but the real challenge is putting it back together to its original form. Just for the sake of your curiosity, I will time that as well. You have to be very careful how you attach the chain pieces together, because if you put them together the wrong way, you'll never reach the final form. Two puzzles remain. Let's continue with this ring. It doesn't require any skills to take it apart like this. The real puzzle is putting these loops together into its final ring form. So let's try and do that now. This seemed impossible the first time I tried to solve it, and even now that I know the technique, it's still pretty hard. The last puzzle is called the 3-color scroll, and it's no coincidence that I left it for last, because this puzzle is easily the most complicated one. It was the hardest to figure out, and whoever made this was just a genius. To solve it, you need to make a series of calculated moves. You won't solve this puzzle just wiggling it around. This is the puzzle that takes the longest time to solve when you mastered it. And I know this puzzle better than I know most of the other ones. And of course, you need to repeat these steps backwards in order to put the puzzle back together. And that was the top 10 brain teaser puzzles from Temu. Now, if I had to rank them by general difficulty, I'd rank them like this. The left one is the hardest, and the right one is the easiest. So if you want a fun puzzle in your collection, get the keys. And if you want to have a mental breakdown, get the 3-color scrolls. Let me know which one was your favorite. Which one are you planning to get or have at home? Or which one were you struggling to solve so that you needed to pull up this video? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.